This is Shalonda, and I'm back with another video. So, there's been a lot of talk. It's been a lot of talk because sometimes I like to, and maybe I'll start to, because I haven't thought about this before. I think everybody possibly should that want to be in the, excuse me, I didn't start yawning until I got on this phone right now, that want to be a part of the new age. People talk about the 144, but I feel like the 144 could represent in this day and age a clan of AI agents. Some of them are. These individuals, we want to look at it as though these people have certain abilities. Maybe they could have some Lucy juice. I say Lucy juice is something that somebody could, there could be a boost or Lucy juice. There's either something that was in some antidote that masses of people have taken that changed their DNA, and now they're able to be some type of bionic people, or there's something that some of these nations are giving to their pet, the teachers' pets, in order to take over portions of the Americas. It has something to do with a family here, some type of prophecy, almost in the sense of Game of Thrones. I remember when everybody was watching it, I was like, I'm not watching that shit. I'm not jumping on that crazy train or that craze train where everybody's just watching that shit. And now I'm realizing that it could have been something that was relaying to some type of prophecy, maybe not to play out just like that, but some type of prophecy of some type of lineage of old. I feel like it has something to do with some old world energies or old God energies. Could be people in my family. So I remember this because everybody was going wild about it online. And I'm just thinking, like, why is everybody talking about this? Because I never like to do things. And if it is something cool that everybody's doing, I'll wait until the fad or whatever is over, or the craze, and then I'll go ahead and indulge in it, maybe if I like it. So I was just sitting here about thinking about the dangers of this AI and observing things from a certain standpoint over the past couple years when it comes to so-called tarot readers and seers, and how many people are actually gifted with these gifts, and how many people are just intuitive and putting their own 2 cents in, and how many of these people are a part of the 87,000 that were possibly hired by the Obama. I'm not Obama. Well, damn, maybe it was something that started back then, but by the Biden administration. Because I was just thinking about the weapons of so-called mass destruction. Okay, that what Bush was going in and looking for, and I think everybody clown Bush real good on it. Everybody clown Bush real good, including me, for a little tiny little piece of time. I wasn't online then, but in my mind, I'm like, what weapons? We ain't seen no motherfucking weapons. So, but now looking at it here, okay, that was 9/11, and now we're in 22, 23 now. So, when I realized something might have been exactly 11 years. So there's something about 11, possibly even Gemini Libra energy here. But I was just thinking about what these weapons of mass destruction or distraction could have been. And it brought me to the Bagram energy about the weapons that were left behind. It took me back to the war on Iraq when they left weapons behind. So a lot of us possibly, again, for the past 11 years could have been being monitored heavily by satellite something, okay? It's going live. Same thing, even think about, like, I'm doing something. Because when the vid was happening, I found a satellite, I think called the Corona satellite. So I feel like somebody knows exactly where the vid came from. Yes, they do. Somebody, there was something about some type of unit or connection here, galactic or otherwise. Now, this is separate than this, but if you want to take it that way, somebody tried to swap out somebody's energy or somebody did something here and let something in. It's like two people have been sired in the ether together for a long time. Maybe even the masculine energy as above and a masculine energy that's below, right? I feel like this energy could have been sired to me or me to them or whatever this is, okay? It's something about me and this person coming together that's bigger than some kind of relationship, bigger than something. So, larger than life, more important than anything else in this world right now. They know that these two people can't operate beyond this point right here after them being in a connection briefly, fully without being with each other. So I feel like whatever this is these people are trying to pick and mix and manipulate, and it's just like so ridiculous because I mean we have had whole empires taken over by imposters to be king and queen and things like this, but these people know about this prophecy. They already know about the connection. They already know whatever this is. So it made me think about these weapons of mass destruction and how much devastation is about to come to neighborhoods and people and communities that after the B-gram energy, after the military, I feel left. Okay? After that family of so-called 7, it's exactly how many people are in my family that were in this house all together at one point in time. After they left and that left that equipment that some people in the hood or some shit, like I'm just really just trying to just trying to say this shit how I really think. Because the masculine energy could have been like some of these people could have been low-key taken, we'll just call it that, placed in some type of military something, and then brought back into community with this equipment, and then slowly brought other people in like it's cool, like a session or some shit like this. Like somebody's name could be even Session or Sessions or Sisson or something like this. And something happened here where some equipment or something got into the wrong hands. You know what I'm saying? Either somebody could have passed away, died, or been killed off or something, and some kind of equipment got in the hands of the wrong people, man. And I feel like this has caused some type of low-key devastation throughout the nation and different pockets of society here. And again, this could also be like some kind of equipment that somebody just finds out about, and then they feel like they could replicate or duplicate it, and then, you know what I'm saying, and they bring it into like other communities or something like this, because it's something about battling up against some type of like a real life like Game of Thrones type of shit going on with the Star Wars trilogy, Clone World Wars, and the Ewoks shit, everything. I mean, all the shit you could think of, all the movies we watched when we was little, it's like that shit is going on now. The devastating part is people they know full and well are supposed to not be touched. Like God said, don't touch a certain tree or something like this. These people did something. They penetrated something. They broke something, a punctured something or whatever. And now they've been seen, because when we talk about the tree of life in the Bible, okay, it's not supposed to be touched, first of all. And if it is touched, it says, I think it says she will know or it will know or something like this, okay? So, and then again, in the midst of the garden. So I've said all that to say that I feel like there's something that has been compromised here with some corporation, organization, or something like this. along with cartels and fentanyl. They're saying it's coming in through Mexico. Unbeknownst to us, some of us demigod energies or God energies are actually larger than life energies. You can't compare. It's like, again, when we're talking about the American Empress, I feel like there's just one. Other nations will come in my name saying that they are the Christ, but they may deceive many. Or come in Jesus' name saying that they are Christ. So Jesus, like I said, when I look at Jesus Christ together written in the Bible, it's like a pair. It's the two. It's like a pear tree. Just like, again, how they said Noah took the two and two and two. But we're talking about the pair. It's almost like somebody knew that maybe the first spouse would go sour or do something for, again, 11 or 22 years or something like this or whatever this is. And then God will form a new masculine energy, even the feminine. Something would go wrong between two people. I'm not blaming everything on one person, but anything that has to do with a vendetta, yes, one person, because there's nothing that I performed as a vendetta against anyone. So what I'm saying is these people have used some kind of equipment. They're tapping in, they're listening to what you're saying in your home, and they taking these things out to press charges, talking about, oh, nothing is going to be hidden or whatever. You should do this with God or whatever like this. But God is not about going and taking people's secrets and exploiting them or exposing them or calling it karma and shit like this. And there's some people working in some facility sitting here, trying to traumatize people or share their information or whatever they're doing or make money off of it for tarot readings and shit like this or whatever they're doing. I just don't like people. I don't like mass manipulation. Again, everybody's going to tell a little white lie here and there. Everybody has probably lied in their life before. I don't like pathological liars that lie for no fucking reason. Right? And I don't think that people that are partnered with you, family members, spouses, or whatever, should be able to. I think it should be able to be when it comes to your safety, or your livelihood, or your life, and somebody is sitting here watching someone else tear your shit apart because of their own infidelity or their own indiscretions. I feel like that shit should be illegal. And again, a lot of people don't even know who or what they're dealing with these days, because now other beings on this planet that have access to other things are actually intertwining with people, and shit is getting a little bit hectic. So even if somebody was watching me all my life, I wouldn't have never known it until a year ago or two. And I put out here on this platform, you can go back, where I said somebody is recording people. I've already seen it. Somebody's recording people in about 3 or 4 times or something like this. All right? When I feel like spiritual warfare was on the house, I ain't never wanted to see his motherfucking phone and care about what was in his phone. I ain't never been nobody that no nigga gonna be hitting on and I'm about to be coming back and staying with that nigga. I carry myself a certain type of way, period. I ain't never been nobody that had to beg no fucking man for nothing. Besides playing around like, oh, well, you said you was gonna buy me them shoes or something like this with my husband of 20 plus years. You hear me? Okay? So, I ain't never been nobody that had to be dealing with no other female. I ain't never really had to deal with no baby mom. So if they out there, I'm just trying to tell you, if they out there, I don't know about them. Unless these bitches trying to tell me their story in this tarot land. And again, when we talk about this energy, I feel like there is an energy where I have a 3D person right here, but I also have masculine energies that versions of this masculine that have been sent in, and also astral energies and possibly even some etherical energies where they know about me and they can see me and they know about our memories together, but it would be brainwashed for me, right? So when we're talking about whatever these people are doing, it's a dangerous game out here because shit is getting real, okay? This is a dangerous game that people are playing because now people have access to maybe circuit breakers. People, for communities or houses or something, people have whoever these individuals, whatever this cluster is, I'm going to tell you, when I was putting my cards away outside earlier, crabs in a barrel came out, and then coven ties, gang ties, something like this or whatever, some secret organization or something um came out, and also they don't know who you are. So I'm wondering if it's somebody that was at the top of these group of people teaching them how to do something, but they didn't know who somebody was. This person could have had a secret way of looking in on you to make sure everything was okay, or maybe this was like a fathering figure or a spouse or somebody that cared or act like they cared about you, or they cared about you, or they was obsessed with you, or they just was put their job to monitor you. Okay, that person knew who somebody was. The people that may have overrun this facility, they don't know. They may not know. And some of them do know. Okay? But we have people playing with money here, trying to create some other kind of new 1% or something. They're playing with money and they're playing with people's lives. So nobody ever thought that in America, I would have to be concerned about a complete, total stranger. This ain't like my man. I know my man is cheating, and I seen the bitch, and me and her had words or something like this. And then I said, and then I come home like, oh, I seen Rebecca Carr was over here, some shit like that. Like, because ain't no motherfucking body gonna survive. I'm just trying to tell you that right now. You could put that shit in your notebook, write it down, whatever the fuck you wants to do. But if a bitch is bad enough to walk her ass or a nigga in my house, nigga, you best had drugged me, because if I wake up from that shit, you ain't waking up no more. It just is what it is. And everybody have the right to defend themselves. Israel will have the right to fucking defend herself, and I will have the right to defend myself. So if you overhear me talking, and I say something very violent, because it's about the level of disrespect in the first motherfucking place, that we have people that's probably spying on you and watching you in your house that you fucking don't know. These might even be people that don't even know your man. They just want you or your man or something like this, and they're willing to do anything. And I feel like the energy I'm picking up on is more feminine energies or masculines that's in feminine energy. We ain't talking about no dude that's just stalking you, enjoy watching you or something. I don't like none of the shit, to be honest with you. But unless these are some real strictly like angels or guards or somebody that somebody appointed to me while I didn't know who the fuck I was until I figured all this shit out or whatever this is. And they done took a vow and they've been vetted, and the motherfucker know that they not gonna do nothing inappropriate, or they ain't gonna do nothing without asking. You understand what I'm saying? So now we have these psychotic women that are trying to figure out all kind of ways to trap you or a masculine or whatever this is in something. Loco, lunatics. These are worshipers of the moon. They do shit in the dark. Some of them, not all of them. Right? They can get keys made. They got ins and outs in the system, man. It's money already put in or whatever this is. And you mean to tell me in America I have to work? I'm not going chasing nobody down. I could be completely oblivious that my spouse is dealing with another woman and has married this woman or something like this, and or joined some kind of organization or got picked to go in an organization in my community and they didn't pick me or something. So it's a secret society or something like this, right? And that these people could be harming me or my children or doing violent things or something like this, or trying to poke and prod me with an illness to get me out of a community. If you ask me this shit right here, and that the police or the FBI or CIA that's supposed to be protecting people, I know they know some of us is on some certain types of lists. And you mean to tell me I can't count on these motherfuckers I know they be watching to track down the damn IP address of a little tarot bitch that I already know? God done showed me, and my gifts and my sensors has already shown me who they is, and more than likely at least one illegal thing or one unrighteous thing that they're doing. And you mean to tell me that nobody couldn't get to question or just go ahead and like you watching me and watch these motherfuckers, it don't make no sense to me. Because this is more about warfare. This is more about some kind of takeover, a heist, or something like this. But even if, let's just say they've been watching for 4 years, even though I ain't really no person that break no laws or go run around here doing no illegal shit anyway. But if somebody been watching me for 4 years, you have not seen nothing. You don't see me leave my fucking house or none of that. So my whole thing is, you mean to tell me I don't have freedom of speech to say what the fuck I want to say? You mean to tell me if I'm having a private conversation with my person in my house, in my room, and I say, look, if a bitch come up in my house, it's just, we all know it's disrespectful to the motherfucker. We already know. Don't nobody want their stability fuck with. We already know. Don't nobody ever want to think that a fucking stranger, bitch, you a stranger to me, can have access or come into my crib and try to harm me because they don't like something that I said. And I think that's why I named this Words Will Never Hurt Me. I don't give a fuck about what you say about me. The day a motherfucker crossed the line to think, oh, she said that about me on her channel, I want her IP address. I want to do this, and I want to go to her house, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to poke this person, or I'm going to cut this person, or something like this, or whatever, and you get caught in somebody's house, I don't give a fuck if they hang you up and peel your skin off your fucking body. You understand what I'm saying? Piece by piece. Because you don't got no motherfucking bit. We all know shit about this. That's why I know these motherfuckers ain't from around here. These motherfuckers might be from somewhere where you could go just peel back a little curtain and walk up in somebody's fucking house. I know these motherfuckers ain't from around here. Because when you go up in somebody's house, it should be a free-for-all. I don't give a fuck if I want to repaint my fucking living room wall with your blood, bitch. If you come up in my motherfucking house and I catch you, nigga, it's done. It ain't gonna be about that nigga you was trying to sneak in here to see. It ain't gonna be about it's about my motherfucking child. Asleep in my motherfucking house. Now we want to say big corporation, organization, government own our motherfucking children of God. But I'm the motherfucker got to be up in here, make sure there ain't nobody coming up in here to try my best or whatever like this, to use my senses to make sure ain't nobody coming up in here to harm that one. Don't nobody got nobody's business going up in no fucking body house. And don't expect that if you done got somebody address and got up in their house, don't think that you shouldn't get the same motherfucking treatment. Somebody else might let you go. I'm going to take the opportunity because, again, last time I checked, if somebody come up in your house and do something to you and break up in your house and you got to shoot them or something, that shit is self-defense. That's why I say they couldn't have vetted these people properly. So we got some women that's running around here fucking governors and presidents and think that they above the law, even above these governors and presidents. Because then once they get them blackmailed, because they just getting a free for all. This is when the Nephilim or whatever, when the angels came down or whatever and started, we just thinking that they slept with them. No, they started building with them. You understand what I'm saying? They went against God and started building with some hoes. that want to plot crimes and rapes and stuff like this on mothers and women and children in their house. These, like I said, some of these people could be trans, and that's what I'm saying about not the people individually, but an agenda. When you go too far with an agenda, then you have problems that you wouldn't normally have. If all the most powerful people in the world are transgender, then that makes the womb of the woman pray, or that makes it, because these people are still going to want some type of children or something like this. That makes also something to do with cloning and stuff like that getting out of hand. Because again, if they figure, well, we don't want the womb no more, we don't want to deal with that no more, and men ain't interested in the womb no more, and men are more interested in dealing with other people that don't have, listen. And then they say we don't need women. Well, I don't like the way this looks, or I don't like the way this smells, or I'd rather have it this way, or something like this, or some shit like this. And this kind of stuff is going on. And again, especially with American women, then there's no one to even protect you anymore. Because now, again, I'm just feeling like there's this energy of where people are feeling like a lot of people aren't talking about this. So not, it's not a race war, a sex war, or whatever the fuck is going on here. There's something going on that's not right. People's privacy is being intruded on, both big and small, and whatever this is, okay? This could be also the mark of the beast energy here, okay? Or some other kind of energy that's come in, okay, that think that they have some power. Or it could be also people refusing to deal with someone else because somebody could have tried to go in court and deem someone insane so that people wouldn't have to listen. It's like, again, somebody saying you got to worship this beast. And then when this person turned their back, everybody go in court and say this beast is crazy, we're not going to worship it, or something like this, or something like this. And then, what am I trying to say? Well, then I guess they could just blind that person or make something in the likeness of it that doesn't really feel or think or have emotions to be sad when they see these crimes or something happening to people in their homes. They won't feel the same. It's like these people is doing this, like, instead of throwing an egg at your window. You know what I'm saying? When we first moved in our first house over there, in the neighborhood where I met my BFF, somebody threw eggs at our window the first couple nights or something like this. These people then went beyond that. They want to come up in your damn house. You know, it's just some crazy shit that's going on around here. And a lot of people trying to flip stuff around and flip the script and everything because they want an empress, or they want a feminine energy out. They want somebody out. And I told you, I will leave when the whole shit is down. And I have what's mine. My portion. And what that is in Wisconsin is 50%. So if they didn't clone this masculine energy and they got him hiding with some holes somewhere, you already know. What you not gonna have is no access to my energy. I'm not allowing you to take my soul, my nothing, put it in no machine, or my spirit, none of that shit. Just ain't fucking happening. Again, I feel like America is my home. And if nobody else gonna stand up for it, don't mean that I'm not gonna stand up for it. And I done told you already. Ain't no other motherfuckers coming up over here trying to tell me what I'm about to do on this land. Like, I don't know that my family own a large portion, that a lot of this land here was owned by my fucking ancestors that been here for thousands of years. Or from the fucking beginning of time. That if we were divvying up the land And there was a couple of people that had some type of calling on it where they would have large portions with their large portions of land which was accumulated or actually supposedly owned by their family at some point in time and was taken. And that I would be the chosen one that would bring forth this information and help people see something, understand something one day, and then dedicate my time to helping waking people up and things like this, and then wake up with, again, when it's time for me to accept my gifts, there's nothing there because somebody think they were smarter or faster or wiser or something like this, and they went and started working illegally with the government or something else to take these portions of land or change something over into somebody's name, including somebody's husband and a child and shit like this. This shit is insane, but I'm telling you what I see. We could be talking about past, present, and future. Where a bitch could be watching me and I don't even know she was watching me, and this whole time she worked with a cloning company or facility, and they didn't clone my children and took the original children so that they can have some type of matching DNA test or something like this. So after they kill my spouse or something, then these people will be able to take over whatever assets would have been mine and his. You understand what I'm saying? If somebody told me some shit like that, I wouldn't even believe you. If my peers that I went to school with, or we was all around the same age, or again, we all were a part of some type of decade or something like this, and we're all supposed to be doing things, and God did something different. We're supposed to be doing something different in the world right now, not your everyday systematic approach when it comes to healing and running the world. And to say that these peers chose to remove me and I can't participate in what we supposed to be doing in our next chapter, as we are the world and we are the children. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like that. It's like some of us was already pre-selected and they didn't like the energy that I carried, so they was jealous of it. They thought it was narcissistic. They thought it was these things, so they thought they could just cancel me the fuck out. And I don't know why I keep thinking about, I told y'all all this shit that was happening when I was in Texas. That was the first time I got chased by a dog. Okay, was in Texas. It's the first time I had to fight a boy. Was in Texas. It's the first time I got stung by a whole anthill of fucking ants. What else happened in Texas? Hmm? You got stung by anthill? Yeah. Me and my sister almost drowned to death. What else happened in Texas? Hold on, I'm trying to think of what the biggest thing that I was just about to make a point about. Why is your feet as big as mine? I don't know. I got held hostage at gunpoint in fucking Texas. What else happened in Texas? It was something else I was just about to say. I don't know. My daughter was talking to me and I got sidetracked. But I forgot what I was about to say. Hell, I was about to say, damn, I could have got cloned in Texas. It was a big one I was going to say. Oh, that's what I was thinking about. I was thinking that's the first time I ever had some weird thing like sleeping at school. I can't remember if my mom didn't let me spend a night there or not. But we had this thing where we built like this spaceship structure. I think it was there. It was either at AJ. Well, I'm not going to say the whole school name, but it was either at that school or it was in Texas. I can't remember where it was. But we had built this whole like space shuttle. All the kids in our grade or whatever, or in our class or a grade or something. We built a big old spaceship or a space shuttle in the gymnasium. And there was like little pockets. It was like a replica of a real fucking spaceship.